Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
I hope you guys can see
Hi.
us and hear us okay. There
If
we
you can't see
go.
me, that's fine. I'm the ugly one up here. John ain't joining this.
I just want to make sure that everybody can see us and hear us because sometimes we have issues, But I just wanted to make sure that it popped up on the screen, and it did. I hope y'all are having a great night tonight. So we have 14 people up in here. That's pretty good for just starting. Not bad at all. So we got Vinny, we got Second Star Survival, we got Spitfire, we got KK, we have David, we have Haunted Highway Band, we have yep,
Yes. Just sub to them.
Kenneth, Pauline, John. Let's see who else. If I missed anybody, I don't think I did so far. That's wait, who's this? Sapphire.
Hey, B.
Hi, baby.
And hey, Pam. That was a great interview, by the way, with Pam, guys. I enjoyed that. Even though I left chat to eat, I still had you up on the TV and I was watching.
Awesome. And
Oh, cool, Vinny. That's awesome, Vinny. Thank you. All right, guys. So I have two really awesome people up on panel with me today, and I'm honored to have them with me on my channel today. I have Paul, or AKA Uncle Paul, and I have Maria, and they are the owners and operators of the channel Paranormal 101. And they do investigations, but they mostly do live chats about various topics in the paranormal. So today's topic is something that sparked my interest when I found out that mostly Uncle Paul is experienced and educated and has done these types of things, which are seances. And I've always been interested in seances. They've always made me curious, but I never really took the time to learn anything about them. So I thought that this would be a good opportunity to invite these guys on panel so that they can explain in depth what a seance is, what the purpose is, like what they do, what they entail, experiences that you guys may have had doing seances and things like that. If you guys have any questions at all for these guys, even if it's just paranormal and has nothing to do with seances, I'm sure that they would still be happy to answer them. And
Absolutely.
guys, share this out, and let's get as many people up in here as we can. Let's get everybody educated. And if you are not subscribed to Paranormal 101, the link to their channel is down in the description below. So make sure that you guys click on that to subscribe. Do it now if you have to before we actually get into it, or wait until we're done. It don't matter. But either way, subscribe, because they have really, really good content. And a lot of the stuff they talk about like blows your mind. Seriously, especially in the paranormal community. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. It's an honor to have you guys.
Well, it's an
honor to be here.
Thank you. And so, okay. So, Maria, you said you've never been involved in a seance, correct? Or you have?
No, I have been a long time ago. My mom used to do them because she was a witch.
Okay.
And my mom used to do seances, and I've seen a few things. And I've seen a few things come out of a fire when we were doing a seance around it. And yeah, but I really didn't dive into them deep like he has.
Right. That's what I was going to say next. I know that he's done quite a few of them. And I know that when you come down to Florida in May, Paul, we plan on doing one. Is that correct?
Yes, we're going to be contacting your grandmother.
I'm excited, actually. So for everybody in chat, hanging with Mr. J, how's it going?
Hey, Mr. J.
Can you basically just explain to everybody like the basics of a seance? Okay. What does it entail?
There is different types of seances. Okay? There is a seance you can do with a Ouija board. I would not touch a Ouija board since I had one actually catch on fire while my hand was over top of it. And my hand was at least 3 inches above the board when it caught on fire.
Oh, my God.
And that was made out of ash wood.
Explain why your hand was over it.
Because I never touched a Ouija board.
That's not how you do them.
Yeah. when you do a Ouija board correctly, you do not touch a Ouija board. You do not touch the thing. You have your hands over it, about 3 inches
Planchette,
above it.
nope.
See, I've heard that it's best to hover your fingers over the planchette, not actually set them on there.
Well, with me, it's
Correct.
going to be 3 inches
Correct.
or higher
Correct,
because
that's right.
I ain't going to get caught on fire.
Right?
But
No.
but there's that one. Then you have the 21 candle seance.
Okay.
And most of those candles are red, except for the 21st one, and that's the black one. And okay, now let me specify this. No one has ever used a true black candle because they do not make them no more unless you want to pay over $100 per candle. I am going
We
to
should make some black candles.
I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, go ahead. Is his phone ringing?
He muted himself. But yeah, he's right. Black candles aren't made anymore. Not true black candles. And a lot of
what is a true black candle? Like, is it after it's made, does it have to have something done to it?
It's made with certain ingredients. He knows what they are. I can't remember them. But like most of your black candles today are made with coloring. That's it.
Okay.
It's no coloring. It's not the real ingredients.
The original black candle, the original witch's black candle was made from the skins of newborn dead babies.
What?
And that was back in the 1500s.
Oh my goodness. No wonder why nobody makes them anymore.
Now they use pig skin of a newborn pig when it is born dead.
Passed away. Yeah.
So now it's done with the pig.
Well, at least they utilize it if it was born dead already and not kill it to do that.
Right.
Right.
And
yeah, I wouldn't condone that.
But I mean, a lot of people don't know that. But that would cost you anywhere from $100 to $300 a candle.
Wow. So, I mean, like, what if you go on like the black market? Can you find them?
That is the black market price.
Oh, wow. Okay. Dang.
But
so if you were to do the 21 candle seance, if you didn't have a black candle, can you not do it, or can you substitute that candle?
According to my mom, you cannot substitute.
Okay.
I mean, that's who I learned a lot of mine from. But I use a 3 candle. I use 2 tall candles, 2 tall white candles, and a red tower candle.
Okay.
Then I have, like I told your mom, to get her mom's favorite flower, and would help if we had a picture there also. And
I think orchids were her favorite. I think.
Hey, Kathy, how you doing, hon?
Hey, Mom.
Now, that is what we'll do when I get down there in May.
Right.
Is the 3 candle.
Okay.
Seance. What I do is when you set up a seance, you're channeling the spirits through yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, back in the 60s and 70s when I did it, they actually went into you and spoke through you. You did not speak for them. But what we're going to try is for me to try to channel it through me to the necrophonics. So
You know what I think of when you explain that? I mean, obviously, you guys had to have seen the movie Ghost with
Mhm.
Patrick Swayze and
Yeah.
Demi Moore, where Whoopi Goldberg is doing the seance,
Right.
and there's like all these ghosts in the room, and they're like bugging her, and they're trying to like get into her so that she can
Right.
speak for
Mhm.
everybody. Oh my god, it was so
and
funny,
that's exactly how it goes.
right?
But you want to make sure that it'd be up to me to get to the right person.
Right.
Seances can be deadly. I've seen
Like
people.
any kind.
I mean, I've seen people that is going to be doing my position that something evil entered them, and actually they end up dead.
Dang, that's
Uh,
scary.
that's why I said you really have to know what you're doing,
Yeah.
and usually that is done with the Black Candle 21 seance,
Okay.
and usually you're going to draw the worst of the worst with the Black Candle.
So I take it that's like the darkest
Yes,
of all the seances.
yeah,
Okay.
the ones that I know of, but I know there's over 100 different types of seances.
Whoa. Some good, some bad, I take it.
Mhm.
Well, they all could turn out the bad way,
It's all
Right.
in your intent.
but
Right.
thing is, I always make sure they stick with me and nobody else.
Okay.
Uh, so it would be nice when we do it at your house if you can have stands where the cameras can be all the way around the table.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'll need me, your mama, you, and John sitting at that table and focusing our power, our energy. You got to be focusing it to me, and I'll be focusing it to what I call the world of the dead.
Right.
And then we're going to bring it through your grandmother. But instead of me speaking, I'm going to try to put it through the necrophonics because, and here's the reason why. Seances is a dying art because nobody believes in pretty much a possession where a spirit talks to another human. They think that human is talking out of their head.
Right. Faking it or whatever. Yeah.
So since they have the necrophonics nowadays, I'm going to try something different. That's why I've been doing what I've been doing on my channel
Yeah.
on Saturday nights, contacting the dead.
Mhm.
It's more or less a seance, but I'm focusing it through the necrophonics.
Wow. Well, I mean, this way it gives a little bit more confirmation if it's coming through
Right.
both you and the necrophonic.
Right.
Yeah, that would be like a really good test also for like the necrophonic, because I know that there's some people that are even skeptical on the necrophonic.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I've heard people say that can be recorded. No, you cannot record a necrophonics. Now there is one of those original ones, one of the ones before the necrophonics. You could do that.
what, like
Mhm.
a different app, you mean?
I mean, it wasn't an app. It was a box.
Oh, like an SB7?
Yeah, that you carry around with you.
Mm-hmm. I actually
Yeah.
have one. I have an
And
SB7, and
and
we can hook it up to the portal too if we want.
one of the original ones had a tape recorder in it.
Oh, one of those. Like, yeah, okay. Ed and Lorraine Warren style.
And that's why
We were
people
just talking
think
about them on your thing.
that's why people thinks that they can be recorded.
Mhm.
Right.
But
But see, nowadays when you have the apps, the sound bank apps or the radio sweep apps, that
Right.
you can't record those. So those are automatically going through the app.
Right.
So yeah, that makes sense. So like,
And we all last week we heard my granddaughter come through.
yeah, I
the
was there.
necrophonics.
I was in that chat. I was getting goosebumps for sure. Because there was a lot of like tiny little child voices coming through. And I kept hearing, things that were relevant to the questions that you or your daughter was
Right.
asking. And I was like, oh my God, like this is creepy. And that's another I think I even said it in chat, like that was some good confirmation that the necrophonic is legit
Right.
because,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, you did.
how do you fake that? You can't fake that, especially considering you guys were live too.
Right.
Right.
So, out of all the seances that you've done, which one was the most successful?
All of them. There was one when I first started back in, let's see, I think it was like 1971. That one there was a possession.
Mm-hmm.
I was not leading that one, but I was involved in that one. And the person that was leading it was possessed by I'm not going to say demon, but it was an evil spirit.
Right.
And she actually ended up in a coma for 3 years.
Oh my gosh.
And then when she woke up out of the coma, she thought she was still at the seance.
Wow. Now, what was the doctor's excuses for the reason why she was in a coma?
Doctors say is coma is caused by part of the brain shutting off.
Just randomly shutting down?
Mainly.
Dang.
I am going to write a story about it, about a person in a coma.
Hey, Terry.
I already wrote a story about a dead person talking, but so I'm going to do one with a coma and have the person in the coma saying what they see while they're in the coma.
Right. Now, you've written a book or 2 books.
I wrote 2 stories.
Okay.
One is over on Smashwords called The Corpse. And that's where the man dies and he talks through while he is being autopsied on because he's trapped in his body. Because honestly, we do not know if we stay in our body or not.
Right. I hope not. Oh my God.
And so that's where I took
that
it.
would suck.
That's where I took it. This guy was trapped, but I made him into an asshole. At first you care about him, then you hate him, and then you start caring about him again by the time the story ends.
Oh my gosh. Now what does that theory like go along? Like, say if you were cremated, like how does that theory go?
You would feel the flames.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. See, I think it was my mother and I think that was having that conversation, and she was like wondering if you could still feel things after you're dead, and I'm like, that would suck. Like that's
read
torture.
My story
that is pure torture.
Read my story, and you'll be Terry.
It's a freaky story.
Terry, I am going to drop a name in here. I want you to find his channel or her channel and drop that link because I know you can do that. Because you are awesome.
Yeah, that story was crazy.
So find that person's channel and drop the link because Kathy doesn't know how to drop links. And he did ask Kathy to drop his link for or her.
Oh, I don't even think I heard of that one. Let me go and check. I've never heard of that one.
All the reviews, everybody was saying, is there more? Is there another one? Are you going to do another one?
It would be even creepier than that one if I did.
I know.
Now, do you have a book for sale? I thought.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll get it and show you.
Because I was going to buy it and then I forgot all about it or something. I would still like to buy it if you still have it for sale.
Yeah, that story, the corpse, edge of your seat the entire time.
Now, this is what you're talking about. I have a story in this book. There is a lot of
weird and strange.
And what these stories are stories of the cryptid style.
Oh, okay.
The story is the Briar Patch on page 42. If you buy it from me, it's $9, and I will sign it. If you go to Amazon, you can buy it, but it's going to be $10.99.
Really? They have it on Amazon?
Yes.
That's cool.
And they're the ones that printed it for us.
I didn't know that they, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know, but I should have known because Amazon does everything now.
Yeah. They even print out comics if you want to do a comic.
Do they charge you a lot to do that?
I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
But anyway, this is the last one I have here.
Hi, Mom.
And this one here is not for sale because this is going with me to Florida because this is going to go to the host of the most, Jenny.
Oh, cool. Thank you. That would be awesome because I was going to get one.
I knew you was. Yeah.
Hey,
And
Ginger.
Kathleen's in here. How you doing, Kathleen?
No, I want to clear something up really quick because some people are confused. Just to kind of move off subject for a second.
Just a second, and then I thought about it.
Kathleen is John's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think that Kathleen is my mom.
No.
Kathleen is actually John's mother, and Kathy from Kathy's Restless Spirits is my mother.
Right.
Just so everybody knows, because I know some people have it backwards.
Remember that shirt I showed you? It's got everybody's channels on it.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
on there. Your mom's on there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I think what should be done, since this was Kathy's idea, the seance, because we are not going live with the seance, right?
I mean, I think I was just going to film.
But I think it should be the first thing that goes on Kathy's channel.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
I mean, you can put it on yours too. But
Yeah, I wasn't going to go live though. I was just going to film. So if she wants to go live, she can.
no, I'm saying just put
Do an
the,
upload.
upload.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so film as well. Yeah.
On both or on all three of your channels. Since all
Right.
three of you is going to be involved. And John needs some recognition here, people. Let's get John recognized.
John, he has a few videos in the works that need to be uploaded because I edit John's videos. But he's got a few videos that are in the works that are going to be going up on his channel soon. So one of them is actually a really special video. Excuse me. It was when we were in New York and him and his father went to the cemetery where his grandmother or his father's mother was buried. And they had the necrophonic on and they were asking questions. And it was a woman's voice coming through that was answering their questions, one right after the other after the other. And my father-in-law is a skeptic. And I guess, according to my husband, like his jaw hit the floor when he was hearing some of these answers that were coming through the necro. So I had the video and I just like kept it. I didn't upload it or anything. And then I recently got permission from my father-in-law that I could upload it to YouTube. So I have to get going on editing that because like, apparently it was a really, really good investigation contacting John's grandma.
Yeah.
So that's going to be cool.
Yeah. So that's going to be awesome, honestly.
Yeah. So, I mean, okay. So you said you've done, every seance that you've done was successful. Are there any of them that you've done that scared you or made you want to stop?
At one I was at when she got possessed and went into the coma, that scared the shit out of me because I was only, 8 years old.
Oh, wow. You were really young.
Yeah. I was just learning the trade at that point in time.
Oh, okay.
And the person that did it was a cousin of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what it is. Now, if you're talking about the ones I did, because I quit back in around 86, 87, but I still know how to do it. Okay,
so it's been like 30 some odd years since you've done one.
Well, like I said, it's a dying art. Nobody wants one no more.
You never really hear of it anymore.
No.
It's like, because I mean, I was born in 1980, and even back in the 80s, you hear, people doing seances and
Mhm.
light as a feather, stiff as a board, and all of those things. But you never hear
Yeah.
that now. You never hear it
Right.
anymore.
Mm-mm.
But that's because it's a dying art. Hey, bud, it is a dying art, and the ones that does know how to do it correctly don't do it unless they are asked to do
Hey,
it.
Bud Files. Oh, okay.
And honestly, your mom's the first one that wanted one. But like I said, the stuff I do, the stuff we do on Paranormal 101 when we contact the dead is like a seance going through the
Necrophonics.
necrophonics. I forgot
Mhm.
what it was called.
Like I said, I think that's a cool idea because then, like I said, that just gives extra confirmation. And I do have the portal box that we can always hook the SB7 up to if we wanted to use that as well.
That's fine. You set it up the way you want it. We will need. You guys got a little card table?
We have a card table, but it's kind of long. It's not really little.
Okay. Do you have a square table?
Yeah, well,
Or
we can take the leaf out of our dining room table and
okay,
just, push it.
because what we'll want to do is move that to the center of the room,
Yeah.
and then set the chairs around where we can reach out and still touch.
Yeah. We could take the leaf out of the table and it turns in from a rectangular into a square and that's small enough to where we could,
Hi, Patty.
But
Hey, Patty.
I will be bringing my own candles.
Okay.
I will get them. I will put them through what they need to go through, and all that stuff.
Now, what about doing a seance in like a cemetery?
I did those too.
Are they
And
more successful? Like,
I've actually had people that was supposed to be just as interested as I am run out of the cemeteries because they actually said that they saw them coming out of the graves.
really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I did not see that.
I'd be
I did not-
scared shitless, but I'd be down. I'd be down for that. I'd want to see that.
So, I mean, everybody, I mean, the ones that was with me was there was a psychic that ran.
Hmm.
She's one of the ones that said that she saw a spirit come out of the grave.
Okay.
A medium came out of the grave. Now, I will also say that a medium or a psychic should be the only ones doing seances.
What's the reason for that?
They can control it better.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
There is, I mean, that's why the person when I was 8 went into coma. She was neither one of them. Your
Mm.
most successful ones to do seances is a medium or a psychic.
So you'll be able to better sense, when it's time to pull out or when
You
it's time
can
to go
sense-
in harder or anything like that.
You can sense if it's the right spirit. You can sense if it's an evil spirit. You can sense if it's a demon. You can sense a medium and a psychic can sense a lot more than a normal person.
Yeah, it does make sense, KK. Yeah.
And me, I am what you would call a druid. We study everything. And, I mean, that's just what a druid is.
Now, is that basically like the same thing as like a warlock?
No, a warlock is a witch, male or female, that was shunned from the coven.
Okay.
Which
So females can be warlocks too. I only thought it was males.
The thing is, a lot of people think it's males because that's the stereotype that Hollywood says.
Gotcha.
But if a witch, a male or a female, is shunned by their coven, they become a warlock. A warlock. Not a warlock, but a warlock.
Warlock. Okay. Yeah.
It's spelled totally different. and but that's where they got the name Warlock from, and turned it into just men. Now
That makes a lot of sense.
there is some witches that would say a druid is a male witch, and there's a reason why, because witches sprang from the druids, but so did the sorcerers. And what happened was there was a bunch of women that would, because druids are male and female.
Right.
They has always been that way from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
The original 7 was 4 male, 3 female, and the 3 female was respected and held high as much as the men was.
Oh, okay.
Now, a druid back in the original days would be your advisor to kings and governments and stuff like that.
Bye, Haunted Highway Band.
See you later, Highway.
Good night, Haunted Highway Band. Thank you so much for stopping in.
But hey, Patty, how you doing? But it's just a lot of now seances. It's nothing to be trifled with. If you don't know what you're doing, stay away from it unless you have someone that knows what they're doing.
Right. Yeah, that's not something I ever planned on messing with, especially by myself. But you know, like somebody experienced, like you, for example.
Now, one thing I'm going to say is Maria is going to be learning how to do these. But
we should have Maria on video chat when we're doing our seance.
That's fine. That's fine with me. I mean, at least she'll know a little bit. And she don't have to wait for the video.
Right? We'll prop you up on the table like you're sitting there with us.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, I was talking to my mother-in-law, I don't know, about a month or so ago, because she brought up the subject on witches, and she didn't realize that there are many different types of witches.
Oh yeah.
She was talking about like a shop, like a, not really a novelty shop, but like a spiritual shop that's in this area that she knows of, and it says like witches or something on it.
Right.
And she goes, I don't know, I didn't want to go in there because it's, you know, it's about witches and stuff. And I go, well, not all witches are bad witches. So I was trying to explain to her that there's different types of witches, but I'm really not, I don't really know. So like, can you explain what kind of witches there are?
Okay. Anybody that does what I do and a witch does has to be comfortable with the white and black equally, because you will be using both types of magic.
Right.
It's balance.
I actually, over on Paranormal 101, we actually did a whole video on different types of witches.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
So just go over there on Paranormal 101, and we actually have Amora.
Links in the description, guys.
Actually, we have Amora up there.
Amora Witch,
Witch
yeah.
Impact.
Yeah.
I love Amora Witch.
She was up on panel.
That's my name.
She was up on panel during, doing when we was talking about the different types of witches. She is a yin yang witch.
Oh, okay. I've heard of those. Those types of witches.
There is what they call, people want to say white witch. There ain't no such true thing. There is there is people that just want to do good, but sometimes you still have to delve.
Stop it.
But sometimes you have
digging
to
herself
into the darkness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a kitty co-host, but she has an ear infection or something, and she keeps digging at her ear.
I hope you don't mind. But I am trying to quit all tobacco.
I don't mind.
Because there is a special lady in my life that has to quit tobacco.
Yeah, I mean, I smoked cigarettes for years. I smoked cigarettes since I was 16 and I quit almost 4 years ago. I quit. I quit for my pregnancies and then I went right back to it like an idiot.
But with that said, I am not quitting for her because she never asked me to.
Right, right.
I'm quitting out of respect for her.
That's cool. I'm sure that she
I'm
appreciates
afraid to
that.
gain weight if I quit.
I did when I quit. I gained weight and then it took me forever to lose it again, to take it back off. Jenny, that's where we are like, my cat is my co-host. She's always up my butt, like always. She's actually old. She's about 13 years old. We've had her since she was born.
Now, I used to.
Usually
now,
when I'm
my
live, I
nephew-
have a dog in my lap.
when my nephew lived here, he had a cat. This cat hated everybody
It's fine.
but me and him.
Yeah.
And she would come up here and lay on this skinny ass top throughout my lives.
Yep.
And
They'll lay on anything, man. They'll lay on string.
Right?
Cats don't care. They'll balance on
That's weird.
anything.
see, she doesn't want me.
So
doesn't
they're
want me to
okay. So as
smoke.
far as like the witches, how many types of witches would you say there are?
There's over 100.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say there's over 100.
And what is the main type?
Well, no wonder this thing is doing wrong. I'm not going to smoke.
Ha.
I lit the butt.
There's really not a main one. It's just all
I-
like
I
your
lit the
green
butt
witch
of
is
the
your
cigar.
like your kitchen witch. That's with your
Oh.
herbs, and
Yeah.
you put them into with your food. You incorporate that into your life.
Yep.
You have your own herb garden.
Now,
And you use those. That's a green witch,
Oh.
kitchen witch.
now the thing is,
Never knew that.
you should never use the same pans for spells
No,
and stuff that you use for cooking.
Really?
no.
Should
Wow.
be totally different pans. Some witches will have.
That way they have like their cauldrons.
Okay. Have you seen those racks that goes on the ceiling?
It's got
The
all
what?
the herbs
The what
hanging,
now?
drying herbs,
rack.
drying
Oh,
herb
yeah.
rack.
Yeah,
Okay.
like
They'll hang
they
their-
use them to
drying
smudge and all that.
They will hang their pots and pans that they use for spells on that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you ever go in and there's copper pans, because most of them will use copper, hanging up,
Hey, Mark.
but the regular pots and pans is down in a shelf, I would say that person would be a witch.
Gotcha.
hubby.
Okay. Oh, that's your husband?
Yes, it is.
That's
Hey,
so
Mark.
cool.
Mr.
Nice to
Hellcat.
meet you.
How you doing, Mark? I hope you're feeling better.
Doing good.
Awesome. Now he's a person I love to talk to, as much as I love talking to Maria. Because Mark, you have to admit this. You are a skeptic. Am I right?
Yeah.
Really?
To an extent. To an extent.
Sometimes, yeah, to an extent.
But what do you think of me?
But I think of you.
Yeah.
I think you're an all right guy.
No, I mean he can do.
I'm
I think he's good at what he does.
I'm talking about what I do.
You're good at what you do.
Yeah, he said you're good at what you do.
Yeah.
And it's
So is it safe to say that Paul is turning you into a believer more and more every day?
Yeah, probably.
But,
That's good. That's good.
But the thing is, me and him have the same hobby. We both like to tinker on engines. He knows more than I do, but
That's John. Well, John doesn't really, he's not really a car mechanic, but he's a diesel technician.
Right.
He'll anything diesel powered, he loves to tinker.
hey, Vinny,
He
But,
don't like who doesn't like talking to you?
I don't know. But yeah, if you think you're going to do a seance, and you never did one, or you don't know what, do not go on the internet and try to look it up, because I can pull up something right now, read bullshit to you, and most people will say it's true.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I will tell you, there is one famous house that had a lot of seances back in the 1800s,
What house is that?
and that's the White House.
Oh,
And Abraham Lincoln,
the White House had all
Abraham
bunch of
Lincoln-
Yeah,
seances?
Abraham Lincoln was into it big time.
Abraham Lincoln
Oh my
sat
gosh.
in on every one of them.
I did not know that.
But it was his wife, Mary Todd, that called him in to talk to her son that died at birth.
Oh, so she was into it. He just partook.
And when he
Hey,
died,
Boomer.
she had him come back and get in contact with him.
Wow. And did it work?
Yeah.
Huh. That's
Uh,
so cool. I never knew that. I know the White House is haunted, like really haunted. I've
Lincoln's
seen
still
a
there.
lot of stories and stuff.
Uh,
Who?
The
Lincoln?
The Lincoln's bedroom is haunted.
Okay, I've heard that.
And they say George Washington's is too.
Oh, they have their own bedrooms in the White House?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So nobody
No president.
sleeps in them or nothing.
First
Yeah.
presidents. Yeah.
Usually, no president sleeps in another president's, but the kids will sleep in the other bedrooms. You know that, like if they have kids,
Yeah.
and stuff, they would sleep in the other bedrooms. But usually, a president don't sleep in a president's bedroom.
How many bedrooms they got in that place? Oh my goodness.
Who knows? I've never been there.
Me neither.
Yeah,
I
it's
would
like
love to. I would
16
love to go
bedrooms
there.
or something.
Wow.
Hey, Ginger, mermaid. I think that's the first time I've seen her. Awesome.
Yeah, me
She's been
too.
here,
Welcome.
bring it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming in.
Um,
And Boomer D, how's it going? Thank you so much for coming. It's so good to see you. I mean, I apologize. We've been chatting and I probably missed everybody that's been coming in. So if I missed you, hello, and thank you for coming in. Again, if anybody has any questions at all for Paul and Maria, whether it be seance related or even paranormal related, put it in caps in the chat so we hopefully don't miss it. I know sometimes we miss it because we're so like, we're concentrating on what each other is saying and we miss a lot of the chat. But there's another thing I wanted to ask you about. I don't know if you,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that you probably know, like different types of smudging. I know that people use like different flowers and herbs to make like smudge sticks and stuff like that. So is that like the same thing as like saging?
no.
Okay, so what's the difference?
Difference is the other type I considered fake.
Smudging is fake?
No,
Oh, saging is fake.
no. The flowers is.
Oh,
The
so you're
flowers
saying that
don't have power.
the flowers aren't needed.
No.
Okay. So
Now,
it's just like different herbs and things.
now me, I would use gray sage.
Mhm.
Now, in fact, I'm planning on planting some gray sage and white sage.
Oh, okay.
Gray sage is what I use to smudge to get rid of spirits. White sage is the sage I will smudge after and protect the place so the evil spirit can't come.
Right.
And before anybody asks, do not screw with blue sage.
Blue sage. What does that do?
That will bring the demon.
Oh, okay. Boomer D wants to know, how long have you been in the game, Paul?
Since 1969. I'm an oldie.
Since you were, yeah, but you
I
said
was
that
6
you were
years old.
about, yeah,
I was
young,
6
yeah.
years old when I saw my first apparition.
Wow.
And that's when my mama started teaching me. My grandfather helped teach me, and my step grandmother helped teach me as well. And my
So
step grandmother
it's traditional in the family.
My grandmother, my step grandmother, is the one that was branded by her coven with the 666
Hmm.
on her hip.
Yeah, KK. I knew there was different types of sage. We have I believe it's white sage that we use to
Right.
protect against anything evil. It doesn't
Right.
completely take spirits away. It just
No.
protects against anything that's evil.
White spirits is so they can't. White sage is so they can't come back.
Okay.
Gray sage is to push them out.
Gotcha.
And as far as the flower stuff, I've never used it because
smudging.
my mom said. Now, flowers does have wildflowers, does have power, but what
I've heard
you
that.
do with that is dry it out and use it more for a aroma when you're meditating, because it has the power to give you energy. It has the power to take you into the other worlds when you meditate.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, different smells remind you of different things and make you feel certain ways. And Boomer said he was born in 69.
You're a youngin'.
All right, Vinny, thank you so much for stopping in. Hopefully you and Princess are doing good. Nice name change, by the way.
Right, Matt. There is 30 different sages,
30, wow.
and they're all
mostly for medical,
and they're all
but-
medical. And that's another thing about me.
They're all medical?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
I mean, it's usually your gray and your white sage that you actually use in cooking.
Okay.
There might be some other ones too. They all can be used in cooking.
I mean,
I
it's amazing how you can keep up with all of like
just
all the
won't-
different kinds. Oh my God.
I just will never ever touch blue sage, and that's because my mama.
Mm.
Now my step grandmom, yeah, she used the blue sage.
She went in hard.
She did carry the 3/6s,
Yeah.
and usually that is your devil worshippers
Yeah.
that does that.
That's not good.
She was totally a black witch.
Wow.
And no, I do not take after her.
I would hope not. So I was gonna ask something else and I totally forgot what it was. Excuse me. But so I know also, Paul, that you don't investigate the paranormal the way most people do today. Is that
No.
correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Because I've heard you say that before. Like you're like an old fashioned type. Like you like to listen and see what
I
you can
draw
hear.
them to me.
You what?
I draw them to me.
Right.
Like you guys go to a cemetery. You walk around. You're finding stuff. Me,
Yeah.
I'll go to the cemetery. I'll walk around. And when it hits me to set, I'll start meditating. I'll sit down and I'll
Hey,
start
Cherry.
meditating. Hey, Cherry. How you doing, hon? I will start meditating and draw them to me. And that is dangerous too, because you can get the evil, you can get the demons, and you can get the good all at one time. So
And you don't use any devices?
back in that day, we never had devices.
True.
Yeah, we set up.
Except for like you said, a tape recorder or something. But
Yeah, we set up the tape recorders. We had those heavy ass video cameras that goes on your shoulder.
yeah.
Oh, but
The big old Panasonics.
yeah,
We've got one.
Oh my gosh. You got one?
Yeah.
That's gotta be worth some money.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
Now here's what Matt says: gray, white, purple can be cooked as seasoning. It can be tinctured into vodka or moonshine to be a cure all drink.
Interesting.
I got vodka.
Gray, white, and purple. He's talking about the different sages, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what I thought. That's
And-
see, I never knew
and-
anything about that.
And the thing is, you see that he did not put blue.
Right. happened when you cooked with Blue?
Who knows?
You turn into a
I just don't
Smurf.
touch it. Now, my granddaddy used to make moonshine. He used to be a
My
moonshiner.
father-in-law makes moonshine. He makes apple pie moonshine. It doesn't taste like alcohol at all. Like it tastes like apple
Them are
cider.
dangerous.
But 2 sips and you're done. Like 2 sips and you're on the floor.
Okay.
I won't touch it. I will
Okay.
not touch it.
You've got to remember, my grandpa was a moonshiner. My mom was born in 1932.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No.
He used to be a bootlegger.
I was just gonna say that was around that time.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, he would never give us the recipe. He wouldn't even give us recipe for the beer because he would make moonshine and beer. And
Right.
malt.
Oh my gosh. So, well, what year did did alcohol become legal again? You know?
Probably about 32, 33. Because it was like 30 or 31 that they was illegal.
Right. So it was around that
Actually,
time that everybody
it
like
act-
it was a trend at that
I think
time.
it actually started in 28,
Gotcha.
but it ended in about 31, 32, 33, somewhere in there.
Blue can be washed and dyed and can be used as a painkiller, and the washed liquid can be used as a poison.
Yes. But
Oh my
the thing
gosh.
is, you should never, ever fuck with bleach sage. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Boomer wanted to know if you've ever been to the Hinsdale Dandy House.
The who?
Oh,
I
I
don't
must have missed that. Where did that?
The Hinsdale.
Oh, have
Dandy
you ever been
House?
to the Hinsdale Dandy House?
No, I haven't, but I'd love to go. But my favorite one that I would love to go to the most is the Winchester Mansion.
Where's that at?
Oh shit, I forgot. But
Ask Spitfire, he'll know.
Oh, the nationwide prohibition lasted from 1920 to 1933. Thank you, Boomer.
I didn't know it started in 1920. I thought it started like 1927, 1928, somewhere.
See,
in
that
there.
goes to show how smart I am. I thought it started in the late 1800s.
Right. But the thing is, it's the Winchester House is the mansion that never was finished because
Okay.
they kept adding rooms, and once it was all the
Okay.
rooms it could be,
Have a good night, Patty.
They would tear down the rooms and make new rooms, and they'll make the rooms without doors. They'll make the rooms. I mean, each room is haunted by a different spirit.
Right.
It's supposed to be spirits
I like
that was killed by the Winchester guns,
Hmm.
including Old Man Winchester.
That kind of reminds me of Bolt Castle in Alexandria Bay, New York. That it's a castle that was never finished. The state actually took it over,
Yes,
and they're
okay.
slowly finishing it themselves. But that place is haunted, boy. Let me tell you, because when I lived in New York, like me and my mother used to go there during the summer, and like we used to do the wine thing and all that there. And every time you go there, like when
Thank
you
you,
leave
Christy.
to come
San
back
Jose,
home,
California.
or anything like that. Hey, Christy. But when you leave, I mean, even days after you went there, it was like it was on your mind and you couldn't stop thinking about it. Like it was like trapped inside of your head, like something attached itself to you while you were there because all you thought about for days after leaving that castle was the castle. And it just like bugged you to the point to where you were annoyed
Right.
by the fact that it kept popping up into your head and you couldn't do anything about it.
Right. But Bootsy, you're right. Sarah Winchester has had a lot of
Oh, it's in California.
seances in that mansion. But and it is in California.
Oh, Hinsdale, New York. Just Spitfire
Yeah,
said.
that's where the Hinsdale Dandy House is at.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's the Dandy House, not
I'm gonna
the
have to look that
Winchester.
up when we go up this summer. Because when we travel north this summer, I want to hit up as many places as I can. And we're going up, I
No,
think, in
I haven't.
July.
where you're gonna have to stop in South Carolina and take me to North. Take me to New York.
I mean, if we drive, we haven't decided on whether or not
You
we're
have
going
to
to drive
drive.
or fly. But if we
I can't
drive,
fly.
we'll happily stop and pick you up if we drive.
I can't fly.
Oh, you can't fly? Oh,
I
that's
can't
right.
take,
That's right.
I cannot take the vaccine because it kill me.
Yeah, I remember you were saying something about that. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if we decide to drive, yeah, we'll definitely stop and pick you
Boomer
up.
says it's not worth the trip.
I'd like to go over to Transylvania to Dracula's castle. Now, I'd like to go there.
Oh, does that really exist?
Yeah.
Dracula's castle?
Yeah, but
Now,
it's,
who used to
halfway
live in
tore
it?
down. I mean, it's fallen down.
It's fallen down and in ruins. It's not like
Yeah.
a working castle. It's where Vlad the Impaler.
Right.
So now, well, the story of Dracula, that's a story. That's not real,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So
Now,
It's
who
all
built the
based on
castle?
Vlad.
what Bram did, he took the female and he took Vlad, mixed them together, and came up with Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because
Vlad the Impaler was the warrior.
Right. And yes, when he was young, he was captured and molested by the soldiers that captured him.
Okay.
And
So how did the actual castle come about?
he was a prince.
Hmm.
I mean, that castle was in the family. But after his dad died because of the war and he was captured, then after he got free, he went back and he just, he would put up big old trees, sharpen them up, and just impale all of his enemies on top, on the spikes.
Wow.
And that's where he got his name, Vlad the Impaler.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
The one thing that Bram Stoker did get right was his woman did commit suicide because someone sent wrong information that he was killed, but he was not.
Oh.
She threw herself off the castle.
No, he was not Catholic.
Yeah, I was just going to say KK wanted to know if he was a Catholic knight.
No.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry, I hope to make it to the UK one of these days. That's on my bucket list because there's a few places I want to investigate there. But first, I have to get my India trip out of the way, and then we'll make plans to go, go over to the UK.
And there is some awesome places over there that I heard of. I've never been out of America, so I can only say I heard of the other places.
Dracula was a count.
That's how you say Dracula. It's not Dracula, it's Dracula.
Is it?
Yeah.
See,
But the thing is, yes, he was a count, but he also was a prince.
Wow. Yeah, there's so much I didn't.
He is a self-proclaimed prince. Let's put it that way.
Right. Yeah, where is that? Hinsdale, New York. I'm trying to think.
I'm sure your mom knows.
I don't know if it's like in upstate New York or if it's down by the city.
No, Ginger, I have never investigated a prison. Have you, Maria or Jenny?
No, but I'm going to be probably next month in St. Augustine.
Which one?
The one in St. Augustine.
Oh.
Yep.
Now, I would love to investigate Alcatraz.
Alcatraz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
And then there's
I hear about so much crap. Not crap,
is-
but scary stuff that happens there.
there is a insane asylum in my home state, Ohio, that I love to go and visit again.
Hi, Rain.
Hey, Rain.
Hey, Rain.
Oh, it's just outside of Buffalo, Boomer said. Hinsdale.
Now, Pennsylvania State Penitentiary is pretty
I'm going
bad.
to take it that Boomer is,
Yeah, a lot of YouTubers have been going there. I noticed.
Boomer's what?
I think he's in New York.
Oh, Boomer's in New York?
I think the way
Boomer
he
knows
knows,
a lot.
he knows, it seems like he knows everything about New York.
I was born and raised in New York, and I barely know where anything is. Hinsdale is
I was born and
near
raised in Pennsylvania.
Great Bonaventure,
Yeah,
New
Ginger,
York,
I
near
am-
the PA
I'm
state
born-
border. Okay.
I was born and raised in Ohio, but I live in South Carolina.
Oh, so you're in Pennsylvania, I take it, Boomer.
Wow. Well, that's close enough.
Yeah. I also lived in Pennsylvania for like 3-4 months because I have family there. Wilkes-Barre,
Where'd you live
Pennsylvania.
at?
Wilkes-Barre.
Wilkes-Barre. I was about 50 miles, 50 miles west of, well, southwest of Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
And you want to know something that's terrible? I want to give you 2 cents for Philadelphia, New York, New Jersey, or any of those damn places.
Oh, he is in upstate New York. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I would not give you 2 cents. I want to give you 2 cents for Florida. I used to live in Florida.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I never knew that.
In Mockley.
I just knew that you lived in Ohio.
In Mockley. No, let's see. I was born and raised in Ohio. I lived in North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, Texas.
Wow, you've been all over the place. Mm-hmm.
I've been in Missouri longer than I was in Pennsylvania, so I'm a Missourian.
Oh, Elmira. He's from Elmira.
Elmira.
Yeah. Well, we called it Elmira. My mother, Kathy's Restless Spirit, she's in Baldwinsville.
Yeah.
Me and my husband used to live in
Yeah, she
Fulton.
knows what snow is, yeah.
The hole in the wall notice. Okay. It's so funny that he said hole in the wall. I got a quick story for you guys. I know that it's been an hour and I won't keep you guys so much longer. We'll wrap up here in a minute. But I have to tell you guys this story. It's totally off topic, but he said hole in the wall, so I got to do it. Sorry, Mom. I'm sorry. Okay. So about 3 years ago, my mother came down to Florida and we took her to Busch Gardens.
Good night, Kathleen.
So my mother, Kathy's. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that she said anything. I'm going to say good night to everyone. Okay, Mom. Have a good night and thank you for coming.
Good night, Kathleen.
Tell Dad good night.
Good night, Matt.
Good night, Matt.
Have a good night, Matt. So anyways, we took my mother to Busch Gardens and she got one of those hover round scooters because she has a hard time walking for long periods of time. So it was hot. It was crowded. She was getting moody. Okay. And she's got like road rage with her scooter, like massive scooter rage, we called it. John even took a picture of her while she's sitting on her scooter and she's got like this look on her face. And like she was damn near running people over. Like she almost ran over an old guy who was standing there getting his picture taken by his family. Like she had legit scooter rage. So anyway, we're getting ready to leave the park and we said we want to go on this one roller coaster before we leave. It's not that bad. It was called Cobra's Curse. It was one of the more gentler coasters that are there. And Busch Gardens has big coasters. So we get there, and because she's got the scooter, we got to cut in front of everybody all the time and go until the special line and get right on the ride. So we get there and we go to get into, the fast pass line or whatever. And this guy that works there comes up and he's seen my mom on the scooter and he goes, I have to have a doctor's statement or something, a disability statement stating that you can go on this roller coaster. My mother was like, I'm just in a scooter. Like, I'm not that disabled. I just can't walk for long periods of time. I've been going on rides all day. Nobody's been giving me an issue. And the guy was like, I'm sorry. Can't let you on the coaster without, any kind of disability forms and blah, blah, blah. So he made an exception for my mom and he ran back to the main office to get like this temporary form that she would have to sign and stuff indicating that she can go on the roller coaster. So the guy leaves and we're standing outside of this coaster. And like I said, it's hot out. The guy's gone for like a half an hour. Okay. My mom is freaking out. She's flipping out. She's like pissed off because the guy's taking forever. She's already moody because she's got scooter rage and everything. So the guy finally comes back and she rips the paper out of the guy's hand. She's like, thank you, blah, blah. And she's pissed. And we're going through this line on her scooter. And the walls, like the hallway is so narrow that she couldn't even turn her scooter to get around corners. So she would have to get off of her scooter. John would have to pick it up and turn it. Hey. So John would have to pick the scooter up and turn it so that she can get back on it and go. Anyway, this whole thing frustrated her to the max. Okay. By the time we get to the section where we board the coaster, she puts the freaking scooter in like power mode and she slams right into the wall and puts this gigantic hole in the wall. Okay. Everybody that's in line to get on this roller coaster is in this long line and they're behind us because we got to go ahead of everybody. So everybody standing in this line is dying laughing. And I'm sitting there like, I don't know this woman. Like, I don't know. Like, and she's sitting there and she's like, she put her scooter in park. Like she knows she went through the wall. She put a hole in the wall. Then she reverses it, parks it, takes the key out or whatever, and she stands up. She's like, let's get on this roller coaster. I'm like, Mom, you just put a giant hole in the wall. So we look back. Like I said, everybody in line is dying laughing. Okay. And the ride attendants come up and they look at it and they're just like, what the hell just happened? So ever since then, we, instead of calling the roller coaster Cobra's Curse, we call it the hole in the wall. So whenever we're at Busch Gardens, we'd be like, hey, let's go on the hole in the wall, you know? But the last time we went there, they had it like boarded. They put like this really like thick, like wooden board over it so that it can't happen again. But him saying the hole in the wall reminded me of that. And I had to share that story with you guys because it was friggin' hilarious. It was so funny.
Thing is, now you'll never live it down, Kathy, because Dad knows it.
That's okay though, because Maria's husband once put a turbo on one of those suckers.
Yeah. A long time ago, I was having some bad back problems, and they're going to put me hover round. He decided we should put a turbo on it. I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh my God! Like he actually did it.
No, he wanted to.
That's worse than me throwing up in my cousin's lap on Space Mountain. Oh my gosh, Boomer! Hey, Justy, how's it going?
So, is there any more questions for?
Yes. Does anybody have any more questions before we wrap up this live stream? I don't want to miss anybody's questions. I know, Mom. No, you're never going to live it down. We have a picture. We have a picture of her sitting on that hover round. And John even like put in caption on the picture, "Hi, my name is Kathy and I have scooter rage."
Oh.
It was the best. Oh my God. But now we just laugh. Even in the car ride on the way home from Busch Gardens on the same day we were talking about it, we were dying laughing.
That's okay. Kathy, if you ever get one for home use, we'll just take it up to Mark and let him put a turbo on that sucker.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
Right?
It was so funny.
Yeah, that would. Yeah, I just don't see a turbo scooter, a hover around. Wow.
But you would never think of that. You would never think of her getting that aggravated about something that she would ever do that because she's so sweet and kind.
Oh, but it was frustrating. Like even I was getting frustrated. I wanted to smack the attendant in his face by the time he got back. It was just a frustrating situation. And plus, like I said, it was really crowded that day and it was really hot that day.
Yeah, Justy says, I'll be the old lady who jumps with kids roaming the malls.
Hover around with turbo. I could see you doing that, wifey. I could see you doing that. Oh my gosh. Who needs a roller coaster when you have Speed Demon Kathy?
And Boomer says, look out, Hell Danger the leader of the scooter club, Kathy.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
I think Jenny's going to grounded. I think Kathy's going to ground Jenny to John's room.
That's what I said when she first started. I was like, you're going to get grounded.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Terry, exactly. Terry just put the link in chat, guys. Paul and Maria have a podcast. Yeah, Paul and Maria have a podcast too.
And we just started that up. We have two. We have two episodes on there right now.
Yep, I just joined. I think yesterday. What time tomorrow?
Yeah, what time tomorrow?
I don't know.
Okay, people, I'll tell you one thing about Paranormal 101. He does not run the show. Maria runs the show because she tells me what we're going to be talking about, when the show's going to be on, who's going to be on the show.
Ginger. Look at Ginger. You should put NASCAR
Yes.
stickers on her scooter.
I mean,
A big old
honestly,
Valvoline sticker.
Green
honestly,
Cash.
Mark Martin was her favorite.
I
Huh?
couldn't do a show
Dale
without
Earnhardt.
Maria.
Mm,
I couldn't do a show without Maria.
I like Dale Earnhardt too. That was my dad's.
Because she takes all the stuff. You know, she does all the stuff behind the scenes.
The
And she does a
technical-
damn good job of it too.
Yes, she does.
Thank you.
I
She
like
even
I
makes
like
the merch.
your little advertisements for upcoming live streams and your thumbnails and things like that you do.
She
You
does
get very
those.
creative.
She does those.
Yeah, they're very nice. I like
you.
them.
Thank you.
AR Paranormal roller coasters are always
Hey,
the best,
AR.
but every time I go to the Busch Gardens, it always so packed, and the people that work there always tell me that it's a slow day. Yeah, it's always crowded there.
Mark Martin.
Mark Martin was my mother's driver.
I know, but I have to tease. I always have to go with someone else, like her favorite team in football.
Dallas.
I would always go if she told me who they're playing. I would go for the other team.
John does that. Well, he used to. He doesn't anymore because my team is Buffalo.
But
But
I
he
know-
used to always go against my team, but now he
Now,
doesn't.
who are you going to go with at the Super Bowl?
Who's going to the Super Bowl? I don't even
Bengals and
know.
Rams.
The Rams.
Ultra.
I'm going
Daryl
for the
Walters,
Bengals.
too.
Huh?
I'm going for the Bengals because I'm from Ohio.
Gotcha.
Your mom's going for the Rams.
See you later, Boomer.
So I will apologize to both of you for losing the Super Bowl.
I don't care. I really don't care if the Rams win or lose. I just hope I win some money on the Super Bowl board.
But I mean, that's the only reason why I'm going for the Bengals, because they finally made it to the Super Bowl again. Even though the Rams has been longer since they've been to one.
Yeah.
I
was really hoping to see Buffalo and Cowboys go this year, just like old times. Buffalo came close.
I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good because I would get smacked in May by both ladies if I could. Because
Remember
she's a
back in the
Buffalo fan,
90s when
and
like
she's a
Buffalo
Cowboys
We
was
used to have the Rams.
Well, my teams hate
The
their
Rams
other.
moved to California.
Oh yeah.
My teams is the Patriots and the Bears.
Sorry, I popped in so
My
late.
favorite
I've
was
been
the
losing my
Cowboys.
mind. It's okay, AR.
Back in the 70s, back in the 60s and 70s, I loved the Cowboys. Until they screwed over the quarterback in 78.
You like the cheerleaders.
Well, that's the only thing good about the Cowboys anymore.
Hmm.
Oh,
Mhm.
God.
Oh no, AR Paranormal. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully everything works out for you.
And your mom said that would be awesome, Jenny.
Hmm. That would have been awesome. That's what I was hoping for. And like I said, Buffalo came so close.
But the thing is, if those two teams went to the Super Bowl, I would have to go with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Because
Most people would.
I don't like Buffalo.
Yeah.
Not because they're from New York. I just don't like Buffalo.
Oh, Spitfire. I hate the Redskins. I can't stand the Redskins. I apologize to anybody in chat who likes the Redskins, but I personally don't like the Redskins. I just seen two people leave as soon as I said that.
And the Eagles, they suck.
The Eagles are okay.
They used to really, really suck.
Yeah.
They got better.
All right, guys. So, in case anybody missed what I said earlier, if you have any last minute questions, hurry up and put them in chat. And while we're waiting for questions to come through, if you have any, whoever is a mod, if you have a channel, like I always say before we wrap up, go ahead and drop your link in the chat so that other people can subscribe if they want. And if you're not a mod, but you want your channel link to be dropped, then go ahead and type it in chat, and I'm sure that one of the mods will be happy to drop your link for you.
Well, Spit, Terry, will one of you guys drop Maria's link in chat?
Your link.
My link is in
I
description.
would have loved to see my Bucks in the Super Bowl
Okay, well,
again.
there you go.
Yeah. Bucks, they won. They had their shot last year. But that's what I get for living in Florida. Everybody wants the Bucks.
Nope. If I would, I'm
Good
sorry.
night, Ginger.
I'm sorry. From the Florida teams, I would have to go with the Dolphins.
Oh,
The heck.
Yeah, they ain't gonna rent you no more, Kathy. Since you like taking them through walls.
That's even if they remember her. I mean, this was a
Told
few
you,
years
Kathy.
ago, but
You're gonna have to send Jenny or John to go rent it because they ain't gonna rent it to you no more. Thank you, Terry.
she even rents them when we go to Disney World.
thanks, Terry.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with them.
No, I mean, sometimes I get jealous. I'm perfectly capable of walking all over the place, but I would still love to sit in a scooter. Like, I watch other people just sitting there in a scooter, and I'm like, looks nice. But yeah, because a lot of times, like when we're at Disney World or Busch Gardens, you know, we have to take breaks and go and sit down because we do so much walking. And I see people just riding by on their scooter, and I'm like, must be nice.
Honestly, AR, I heard Aaron Rodgers is retiring. He ain't going to no other team.
I didn't hear that. Why isn't my
Hi, Mo.
chat? My chat isn't scrolling for some reason.
Let's scroll in here. Hey, Momo.
Yeah. Good morning, Mo.
Good morning to you, Momo. Momo's
Hey,
in
Mo.
Momo's in South Africa, so it's morning time there.
Yes. I was checking the channel out before I hit the ban button. Yeah. I didn't hesitate to
Yes,
hit the
that.
ban button.
I saw that.
I would have loved to see. Yeah. I know. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream. I want to thank you guys for joining me today because now I have more clarity on something that I've been interested in for a long time.
Well, I figured you'd have more questions since you're going to have it done at your house.
Yeah, but I'll probably think of those questions when the time comes because I'll be like freaking out.
You'll get 100 messages now.
Yeah. I know. But thank you guys. Jenny,
Maybe
got the
we'll
troll
do
funny.
Thanks for having us.
maybe we'll do a episode over on Paranormal 101 and go more in detail about the seances.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And for those who don't know, which I know a lot of you know, Paul is actually coming to Florida in May. So while he's here, we're going to do a seance, and we're also going to do a couple of investigations in a few cemeteries that he's been wanting to visit.
I asked my sister if she wants to go on vacation in May. She said, "Yeah, I guess I can." I said, "She goes, where?" I said, "Florida." She goes, "I've never been to Florida. Why you want to go to Florida?" I said, "You can walk around cemeteries." She goes, "Can I bring my camera?" She loves cemeteries.
Yeah. And you can do it all year round too. Thank you, Pauline. Thanks, Mom. All right, guys. So again, thank you to everybody in chat who joined us today. Thank you so much, Paula Maria. And I will definitely be honored to have you guys on my channel again, talk about some different topics and stuff like that. I'll let you guys know. But something is going to move into your house, not my house, I hope. No. Well, I'm sure that we'll be protected.
Actually, I know what's moving into her house. I ain't going to say though.
Yeah, I was confused there for a second. But, all right, guys. All right, everybody have such a great night, and we love you all. Take care, everybody. Thank you, guys, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
Take care, and there's always peace in the grove, people.